Prince Harry.
Oh, yeah.
Shoot this guy to the sun. I'm so tired of this guy. What does he bring to the table? He just whines about like keeps giving interviews. Who gives a who cares about your life? You weren't even like the favorite son. The other guy was the king. You're like Fredo.
Wives care. Our wives care about him.
They
That's
don't
who
even
cares.
care. Does your wife care about Prince Harry? Nobody cares about this. He had a eight episode Netflix show. What did we find out?
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, that's
I
enough
can't
then.
stand him. So tired. I'm
Yeah.
so embarrassed that I have to share Spotify with him. The guy sucks.
Good day, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. Time for a spot of royalty. So the official line was by Spotify was, Spotify and Archwell have mutually agreed to part ways and are proud of the series we had together. Okay, well, Mr. Spotify executive, please tell me how you really feel. Okay, don't hold anything back. So let's just look at, does this executive, and he has millions of followers on YouTube or on Spotify. Is this the attitude of Spotify? Or are they much more like, oh yeah, we'd hire Harry and Meghan again? Because he called them grifters. He's like, shoot this guy to the moon. He's like, get rid of this guy. All he does is complain, and the only thing anybody cares about is what does he say about the royal family. Nobody cares about your opinions, they're just lazy grifters, and I kind of understand that. I had lazy grifters living across the street from me, and they moved out. I prayed that they would move out, and they moved out. My pesky neighbors moved away, and that is such a blessing. So what is Spotify's corporate attitude? Okay, we know what Bill Simmons, Spotify's executive, is, but what is Spotify's attitude? Do they agree with Bill Simmons? Oh, yeah, blocked. Very emotional. Wow. Oh my goodness. Oh my. Well, they sure can be polite when, in their public statement. Money, inheritance, okay, and royal family, okay. Oh, okay. So, really the question I'm asking is Spotify's corporate attitude, is their attitude essentially the same as Bill Simmons, their executive? Well, underlying all this is the devil. The devil is sexual, lies, steals, lazy, just really like the worst person. And they felt like they're dealing with like the worst people in Harry and Meghan. So I would say that overall, Spotify does kind of agree with Bill Simmons, their executive. That is their attitude towards him, towards Harry and Meghan. What do we have here? Roadblock, no, it's going nowhere. Very upset, very interesting. This is Spotify corporate. We're getting the most emotional card. Hell no, cut this guy. This guy sucks. Go shoot this guy to the moon. That's what Simmons said. 13, 23, 28. Secretly, they just are so disappointed. These people are lazy. They're like the devil. Harry and Meghan, for Archetypes, they spend 1 hour, like 1 hour a week working on it, or 1 hour a month. They are so lazy. Like, what are you doing with your time? You just stare in the magic mirror and you go, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the richest of them all? Me, Prince Harry, me, Meghan Markle. What are you doing? So their attitude, they're like, these people are just lazy grifters, and they're really upset about it. Look how upset they are. They're like, they just want to cut their heads off. Off with your heads. We don't want scapegoat. Get them out of here. On an ongoing basis, Jacob's Ladder, no future. The message is no good, no future. Okay, so their attitude, they were actually really, really upset about Harry and Meghan and their lack of performance. Like, get them out of here. They couldn't wait to fire them. They have no future. Their message sucks. It's about money. They're not making money for them. people and events. It's all, 10 diamonds is the royal family card. These are great money cards. It's about money. It's about money. Are they making them money? Are they producing content that is worthwhile? And what should be noted is, like Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan has the #1 podcast in the world. Well, how did he start out? He's just like one guy. He started out as one guy, Joe Rogan, with a microphone talking about stuff that interests him in an intelligent way. And over time, as he became much bigger, he hired staff, and now he's got, people to help him do it. And you can see that a little bit. But basically, it was just Joe Rogan with a microphone, and then he would interview people. It's about the money. You need to produce good content. This is Hollywood, Hollyweird. You need to produce good content. And we'll respect it as long as they do all kinds of crazy stuff in Hollywood. And then they force their political opinions on us. All that drag queen story hour, that's all from Hollyweird. Okay? And we tolerate that stuff because they give us content that we like. Give us content that is good and will make money, Harry and Meghan. Hopes and fears that they have something in the future and they want to keep a good relationship. So that message that they put out, we mutually agreed to part ways. We're really proud of the series that we had together. They gave Meghan like a staff of like 20 people, and she still couldn't push it out. All she had to do is show up and read from a script and do some cutaways of her face, like asking a question. And they want to keep that open, but Spotify corporate, they agree with Simmons. They hate Harry and Meghan. This is really, Executioner, 10 Hearts, I hate you. Get away from me. You have no future. It's about making money. Do you not understand that you have to actually do some work? That is the attitude of Spotify. They just didn't do the work. They're really lazy. Let's look at Simmons, this Spotify executive, and Harry, Simmons and Harry. Let's just see if it's, he said some pretty strong words. And he talks about a Zoom call where he was on Zoom with Harry trying to give Harry ideas. And it's interesting, he didn't criticize Meghan at all. Women are so protected, it's ridiculous. Meghan ran Archetypes, the Spotify thing, and she cut Harry out completely. He had no criticisms of Meghan. I think that's a little unfair. Come on, unload on Meghan. I want to hear it, baby. I want to hear it. But all of these criticisms are for both Harry and Meghan. Meghan is just a derivative of Harry. So anything he says about Harry applies at least equally to Meghan. So let's look at Simmons, this executive, and Harry. What are you really feeling, buddy? I don't know. I don't know what we'll get. Simmons, outside events. Yeah, that's a great money card. And Harry. Okay, interesting. Heart. It's all underneath. Interesting. So it's all underneath. It couldn't have ended any worse. The situation couldn't have been worse. It was very bad, very complicated. And the man working, problems with the man working, and the situation was horrible. That's what's underneath. On top, it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. It's the Spotify official statement. We mutually agreed. We'd love to make money with you. We just want to do whatever we can to help to make money with you. 9, 3 hearts. And that's their party line. This is Simmons, player. It's work, baby. Outside events, and we just want to keep a good relationship with you. It makes me wonder if he's going to have to walk these statements back. But he made these statements several months ago, and he has not walked them back yet. But he wanted to just keep a good relationship. It's about the work, and we're going to keep a good relationship with you. Harry, I'm committed to making money and exposing things. 13, 4 heart, about the family. So his vision was to expose his family, the royal family, 10 diamonds. And he's like, yeah, if that makes us money, we're good. And we want to do whatever we can to make that money. But underneath, this guy just doesn't do the work. And the situation just couldn't be any worse. Queen of clubs and 10 spades. 10 spades is the worst outcome. This situation, 10 spades, could not be any worse. I mean, these are lazy grifters. And across the street, the people who just left, who just moved out like 2 weeks ago, they were just lazy grifters. I mean, overwhelmingly, I just felt like these people just don't work. And if they do work, they work like half an hour a day. It's like really weird. I'm not used to being around people who don't want to work. And if I stopped working, I'm retired now for 12 years. If I stopped working, I would literally just drop dead. I would just drop dead. You have to be busy. You have to be producing and moving forward and doing things that interest you. What are these lazy grifters doing? And that's this guy's reaction to Harry and Meghan. What are you doing over in Montecito? You don't actually do anything. Don't you want to do this? Doesn't this interest you? Aren't you like, wow, this is a great platform? No, it's a terrible situation, and the man just simply won't work. I think Harry is just someone who never had to work, and he just had to. He showed up and he cut ribbons and he smiled. Is this the attitude of Hollywood, that they're lazy or that they're talentless? Because Hollywood is clearly kind of moving away from Meghan and Harry. Let's look at that, lazy or talentless. I mean, in past readings, it was like, we're brothers, we're all together in this, and we love Harry and Meghan. And now it's kind of like, well, they're not really like us. Harry and Meghan are not really like us. I mean, we're Satanists here in Hollywood, and we, all that child stuff, and whatever. They're into all kinds of weird, taking drugs, and I mean, Harry takes lots of drugs. He talked about that, but I mean, they're not like the Hollywood is now saying they're not like us. So, is it that they're lazy, or is it that they're just talentless? What is Hollywood's attitude? Lazy or talentless? Lazy. Butterfly. Man. Huh. Talentless. Lazy or talentless? Committed to... Oh, there's Meghan over there. Yeah. No leadership. All right, what do we got? So Meghan is talentless. Okay, Meghan, committed to Meghan going forward. 7 and 12. So 19. They do believe that Meghan is the one with talent. She's the one who has a little bit of acting chops. I mean, she was at least in Suits. That's her big claim to fame. A D-list kind of sitcom, episodic kind of thing that nobody ever heard of before she married Harry. Okay, so they do believe she has a little bit of the acting chops. What's over here? Lazy. Coffin is a sleeping card. The man is just sleeping, and he's unable to transform because he just won't put in the work. 13 and 4, 17, 5 hearts, react to circumstances. He's just not... Harry, okay, we do have confirmation on lazy. Harry just won't put in the work. Meghan, and it's not talentless, they do believe that Meghan has a little bit of talent. So I think after Harry is gone, Meghan may have a shot to do some more stuff in Hollywood. They don't believe she's completely talentless. They believe that she's got a little bit of acting chops. Ruler and earthquake. The direction, ruler rules, he leads by example. He leads the direction. The direction they're going in is just a disaster. 23. It just went nowhere. So all this complaining and kvetching and moaning and whining about the royal family, they're like, no. This is not working. This is not working. Meghan has a little talent. Harry is just too lazy. So we do have lazy, but not completely talentless. And the final thing I want to cover is Harry. People are saying that Harry was either high at the second day of the trial, because the first day he was very animated and it was too much. And it's been revealed that he stayed at Soho House. Okay, they love to stay at Soho House. Did he go on a bender, and was he like, was he hung over the second day of court? Because I kind of want to know that. Did Harry go on a bender? Was he hung over the second day of trial, where he produced no evidence? So they're stalking him, they're doing all kinds of illegal things. What evidence do you have of this? I'm Prince Harry. Believe all royals. Okay, that's just as stupid as believe all women. You have to have evidence. Did he go on a bender? Was he hung over? Incubus succubus is a drugs card. Possible alcohol. I don't see alcohol. I see drugs. This is a drugs card. He was impaired. He was impaired, and he was trying not to show it in the court, but he was on drugs. So he was on drugs. He was on drugs. He was high. He was on drugs at the second day of trial. He was trying to be an angel and Trinity. He was doing everything he could to not show that he was high, and he was committed to being there. But secretly, 4 spades, 16, 4 spades. He was high. He was high the second day of court. So let's review. Is Spotify's attitude, corporate attitude, the same as this guy, Bill Simmons, who just unloaded on Harry? Yeah, basically it is, but they don't want to say that, and they do. It's all about money, and it's about getting stuff done, and they're willing to, do whatever it takes just to get good content, and they just couldn't get good content out of him because Harry is lazy, and they just wouldn't do it. So Simmons and Harry, this guy Simmons did everything he could to keep a good relationship with Harry, and finally he just had enough because, even poking Harry with a hot poker to make him move and do some work, he couldn't get him to do any work. It was ridiculous. Okay, lazy or talentless. Harry is lazy, and Meghan actually showed a little bit of talent. We have Harry staying at Soho House. Was he high? He was high the second day. So he was high, and he was doing everything he could to hide it. And that's what wicked people do. They're always fibbing and lying about what they're doing so that you don't know what's really going on inside. And that's why they talk so much. Talk. Because all they've got is the words, and the actions are terrible. That's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, The Magi Method. Don't forget to like and subscribe.